Hey everyone, it's April here, your Love Carbs coach, and you are watching my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to show you a recipe that is super easy, but it looks fancy so you can impress some guests. And it is a Tex-Mex inspired egg dish with some tomato stew, and it is amazing. Of course, it is a take on Jamie Oliver because I basically love everything he does, and I love it when he shares super simple recipes that I can adapt and show to you. So let's get started. So the first step, we have a heated pan here, and I'm gonna put some olive oil in it. So this recipe will be posted below this video. I'll post a link to the recipe below the video, and you can also go to my blog at lovecarbs.ca and click on blog, and you can find it there as well. Okay, so this pan is already heated up. So what we're gonna do is, once your pan is nice and heated, another thing, make sure you use a pan that has a lid. So I have a lid for this pan because that's gonna come in useful when we are cooking the eggs on top of the tomatoes, okay? All right, so to the hot oil, we're gonna add 1 chopped onion. I got just a regular old cooking onion there. Some garlic. I love garlic, so I usually like double whatever the recipe says for adding garlic. So I'm gonna put some in there and maybe a couple more cloves. Okay. And there's our garlic. And we're also gonna add, I have 2 thinly sliced red peppers. So obviously you can use any pepper you like. Put those in there. And salt and pepper, of course. And some. Hey guys, it's April here, the Love Carbs coach. Have you ever been recording a recipe video and your phone fills up because there's not enough space on it? Oh my goodness, so frustrating. So what do? You stream live. All right, so here's what we're doing. We are in the middle of making an awesome brunch recipe, huevos, or eggs, Tex-Mex inspired. So what I have are, in this pan, I've got some onion, some garlic, bay leaves, salt, pepper, and 2 thinly sliced red peppers. So that's been cooking for about 10-15 minutes as I run around and try to get another way to record this. So that's getting there. So what I want them to be is pretty soft. It takes about 15 minutes. Again, I will post a link to this recipe on my website and below this video. So if you go to lovecarbs.ca, it will be under blog. So click on blog, lovecarbs.ca, and you'll find it there. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link below this video. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. And if you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. All right, I think that's pretty good for the peppers. So what we're gonna do now is you just need 1 can of diced tomatoes. So 28 ounce can here, diced tomatoes. So this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna put the tomatoes on top of the peppers in this onion mix, and then you heat it to a boil. And then once it's to a boil, you could turn down the heat, and it's gonna thicken. So it almost becomes like a stew. And as it thickens, you will be able to tell when it's time to add the eggs. So then we're gonna actually crack the eggs right onto the tomato stew. Trust me, it tastes amazing. It might sound like a little intimidating, but it is so easy. All right, so let's add these tomatoes. Oh, I forgot a step. My bad. After we add these diced tomatoes, so I'm just kind of spreading them around. We're gonna add sliced tomatoes on top of it. So even more tomatoes on top of tomatoes. All right, so I'm just sort of like, I'll show you what this looks like. It's kind of making a little bed of tomatoes layered on top there. And since they're diced, you don't really have to mash them down anymore. If they were like whole plum tomatoes, you would wanna like mash them a little bit more. But those are on there. And then what we're gonna do, I'll just show you what it looks like. We're gonna slice tomatoes and put them on top, and then that will make it easier for our eggs to go in there. So Let me get my tomatoes. All right. And this is such an easy recipe you can make for friends, if you're having friends over for brunch, or you can make it for your family for supper. It's such an awesome go-to. So I have these little small tomatoes. So if you're using bigger tomatoes, obviously you won't need as many slices. You just want one layer of fresh tomatoes over the canned tomatoes. So when you're gonna serve this, I like serving it with black beans and some brown rice. Makes it a whole awesome meal. All right, so let's add the tomatoes. Dude, these guys are really small. And then maybe even at this point, you can start to think about, okay, where am I gonna put my eggs? So you're gonna crack 6 eggs in here. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe one in the middle. How about that? And a couple more for good measure. Okay, so let me turn the heat up. Make sure you have a pan that has a lid, because once you get the eggs on into the stew, you're gonna put the lid on so they cook. All right, so this is gonna come to a boil. And then once it's boiling, I'm gonna turn the heat down and it's gonna thicken up a little bit, okay? So then I will come back on and show you how to add the eggs. Okay, see you in the next video. Hey guys, okay, I am back making a Mexican-inspired brunch, Huevos with tomato stew. So I'll show you my tomato stew now. So we've got is onion, garlic, peppers, there we go, some red peppers, a can of diced tomatoes, and then some sliced tomatoes on top, seasoned with garlic, some salt, some pepper, and I threw some hot chilies in there. And some bay leaves. So it is starting to thicken. One important thing, don't forget to actually taste the stew. You just want to make sure that, yeah, it's got some flavor. Mine is nice and spicy. Hence, that's why I added some hot peppers to make it spicy. So it's nice and spicy. It's getting thick, so it's like a nice base for the eggs. And now we're gonna crack our eggs in there. So we're gonna do 6 eggs, and you just kind of want to put them carefully around the sliced tomatoes. So they kind of hold, the sliced tomatoes kind of hold the egg in there. You know, go as fast as you can because you want the eggs to kind of all come out the same doneness. So there's 3. I'm gonna put one here. Oh, I'll move this so you can see. See, I'm having to stream this live because my phone was completely full. So I was in the middle of taping, and you get that lovely little message. Has that ever happened to you that says, oh, your phone is full? That totally sucks. There we go. Okay, is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get the lid and we're gonna put the lid on, and then you gotta have some tortillas with it, right? And a really easy way to warm them up is you can obviously throw them in the microwave, but you can also warm them up on top of this pan. So this guy will get warm as it cooks away. So you can just like throw your tortillas on top. This pan even has like a little steam hole there, so that will even give it a little more heat, make them nice and warm. So they are gonna cook away like that. And then I'll let you peek, give a little peek at the eggs here. I'll put these back on. So see, they're starting to cook. So they don't take long, right? I mean, obviously it depends how you like your eggs done, but they do not take very long. So I'm gonna let this cook, and I will come back one more time and show you what the final product looks like. Okay, we are back, everyone, and let's take a look at our eggs. So our tortillas are all warmed up. So I'm gonna keep them warm, wrapped up in a clean towel there. And then here, woo, are the eggs. So Cook them till they're done to your liking. So all you need, just like take a little spoon and just see. So these look just sort of perfect for us. They're soft, not too soft, but not hard. So that is perfect. So I'm gonna turn that off. And then I have some rice and beans on a tortilla here. So just to make it a full, super hearty, energizing meal. And then just dig in. So take a big spoon, get some of that tomato stew, some of those peppers, the eggs, and then I like to serve this with some green salsa. You try some salsa verde. It's great stuff. It just adds like a nice little contrast to the tomatoes. And of course, some cilantro and some extra salt and pepper. And there you have it, everyone. There is your Mexican-inspired brunch, huevos with tomato stew. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye.